Salakia, my recording got cut off. But yeah, as I was saying, if you're not talking about these other countries, then what essentially are you talking about? You're not talking about prophecy, so you can't call yourself a man of the Lord. This is what the prophets has always done. It says the prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that Yahweh have truly sent them. And that's why the Lord set up the apostles last. And that's why the Lord said, and at the end it shall speak and not lie. Why? Because it's going to know that the Lord have truly sent us, and that the word, that the Holy Scriptures is true. The Scriptures speak upon none shall want thy mate. Right? Let me get that real quick. It's Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of Yahweh and read, which is what? The Bible. None of these shall fail. What's not going to fail? The prophecies. It says none shall want her mate. That's right. The Bible stands alone. No other book validates the Bible. No other book can validate the Bible. The Bible stands alone. It's the King James Version, 1611, Apocrypha included. That's the Bible. It says, for my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. So this book is a powerful book, man. That's why the scriptures tell us in Revelation chapter 1, verse 3. It tells us, blessed is he that readeth, and that they hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written, therefore, for the time is at hand. That's right, the time of destruction is at hand. The time of salvation is at hand. The time of De-Dollarization is at hand. The time for the mark of the beast to be implemented is at hand. Let's get that. Because all of this is leading towards this is all set up by design. They want this to crumble. That's why we understand that presidents are selected, not elected, right? Because certain things have to happen under certain presidencies. And guess what's a distraction? Andrew Tate being released from prison. What's another distraction? Donald Trump being indicted. Meanwhile, all of this is happening. Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And this is how he causes them to. This is how he causes them. China's yuan now is the most traded currency in Russia for the first time, replacing the US dollar. That's a case and example of him causing all, and you could just read the rest. This is how he's going to cause it. He's going to cause CBDCs to be implemented, in which the microchip is going to be running off of, the blockchain, crypto. This is what we get leading towards, man. Right? It don't matter if you're rich. It don't matter if you're poor. If you're not a part of the elite families, you will be chipped. All of the entertainers you see before you, they're chipped. If they're not chipped already, they will be chipped. They will be chipped. So this is what's happening, folks. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you're not going to be able to do any type of grocery shopping. You're not going to be able to do any type of trading. You're not going to be able to do anything unless you got that microchip. This is how this devil is cornering the people. And it's really, he really wants you Israelites to be chipped. He could care less about any other nations because you are God's chosen people. He wants to sit in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High, as the scriptures say. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. And this is why it's important to understand the scriptures, because what's the judgment for taking that chip? Revelation 14 and 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the heavenly Father, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So what? You're going to have to eat a missile. If you take that chip, if you take the mark of the beast, you will have to eat a missile. That's the Heavenly Father's instructions. That's what the Heavenly Father said. You're going to have to eat a missile. You know? So that's why it's important. It's imperative to know these scriptures, to always have understanding on these scriptures, you know, because the dollar is being destroyed. Hell, I believe, where is it? Is it? Yeah, it might be Kenya. You know, they just have American money all over the place, you know, on the floor. You know, the dollar is becoming useless. A dollar is going to be, you know, if America had time, the dollar would just be put up in a museum, you know, showcasing of how we used to spend money. You know, but this goes to show, look, and we want these things to happen because we understand that these things got to happen for the Lord to come back. You know, we just hope and pray that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua protects us, you know, and gives us everything that we need to get by when these things are mandated. But he said he would, you know, according to the scriptures. You know, he said he would. You know, my servant shall drink, my servant shall eat. Meanwhile, the world is going to be howl for vexation of spirit. You know, so we just got to stand firm, brothers. You know, we're on the road to de-dollarization. You know, so with that, and what's also going to happen is a lot of bail-ins. You know, the bank is going to be the banks is going to be going under, taking all the people's money. You know, and everybody's going to get caught up in a frenzy. So when they do that great reset, you know, to where now they're switching over to CBDC, you know, a lot of people's going to be put on allowances. You know, a lot of people's going to be put on allowances. You know, you can only spend this amount of much money a month, right? And like, I forgot the guy's name, but he says you will own nothing and be happy. You know, the plan is to get the people not to own anything. You know, so a lot of people own real estate. They're going to corner you in on the eminent domain and take that away from you. You know, take that away from you. So this is what we're leading up to, man. AI, artificial intelligence, taking majority of the jobs. This is what we're leading up to, you know. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the elect. With that, I like to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Ba'ashem HaKakodash. I like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, salutation, and blessings to the elect. Shalom.